We are ready to listen to your presentation, Roman. It's your time.
Yes, I can start. So let me share my screen right now.
Yes, you can start.
Okay, so everything is fine. Do you see my screen? Okay, so let's speak about the technical part of our presentation. Actually, I just want to make sure that you can see my screen, you can see my presentation, everything is okay?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, thank you, Max. First of all, I would like to say that 10 years ago, when Digital Forensic Lab or Data Recovery Lab get the hard disk drive, get some device in their lab, it was definitely a classic hard disk drive. And you know that 10 years ago, the most popular type of storage device was a classic HDD. But what about now? Actually, when someone bring you a hard disk drive or some other device for storing information, you actually don't actually know what type of device is it, because if we talk about hard disk drive, it might be a lot of different types of the HDD. Like, for example, it might be a PATA HDD, it might be SATA HDD, it might be a SAS HDD. At the same time, when people bring you a storage device, it might be also an SSD drive, which also might be PCI Express NVMe SSD, which might be a classic SATA SSD, which might be SD card, micro SD card, USB flash drive, or even a mobile phone, or even a very complex RAID array. And you actually never know what type of storage device you will get in your lab. And this is a real problem, because there are a lot of different devices, and you should be ready to get the data from all possible devices that probably you will get in your lab. And of course, most of the let's say forensic software, forensic tools, they can provide you an access to user data, to evidence, only in case if this device is absolutely healthy, only if this device doesn't have any firmware corruption, any physical issues. But what you're going to do if for some reason you can't access data area? What is the area? What if the data area is locked? And actually, you know that if we talk about the healthy drives, usually we have physical access to drive when the drive firmware is working well, when, for example, internal service area structures are fully functional. In case if our drive is alive, we get a full access to logical area, which is located inside our storage device. And finally, with the regular way, we get access to user data in case if our storage device is damaged. But there might be some additional problems, because in case if we have some physical damages, like, for example, our drive is not detectable in BIOS or in operating system, if we have a problem with damaged heads, if we have a firmware corruption, a busy state, if we have a password protection or damaged PCB, no matter what is it, hard disk drive or SSD, we can't get access to logical part of the data which is located on our storage device. And in this case, our company, who have more than 20 years of experience in data recovery from physically damaged drive, we offer our PC3000 hardware and software system, which might be different for different purpose. For example, for flash drives, we provide PC3000 flash solution, which is actually one of the best solution in the market for physically damaged non-storage devices. And of course, our new tool, which is called PC3000 Portable, and we are going to speak about it, and our, let's say, very good, very stable tools, which are several years on the market, PC3000 Express, UDMA, and SAS, which also might help you to recover data from physically damaged drives. When finally we can fix the internal structure of the drive, and when we can reach access to logical area, there might be, of course, some extended logical corruptions, some extended logical damages. Like, for example, deleted files of folders, like formatted partitions, missed file system, damaged a partition, damaged folder structure, and so on. And in this case, of course, we provide our another solution, which is working in compare with our hardware tool, Udemy Express, SAS, and Portable, which we called Data Extractor. Actually, Data Extractor is a special software add-on which allow us to work with logical damages like unknown RAID configuration, like physically, logically damaged RAID structures, like missed partitions, deleted files, encrypted files, and so on, so on. So our PC3000 hardware software system plus Data Extractor is the most convenient way to get data both from physically and logically damaged drives, no matter what type of drive is it, because we can actually work with almost all of them. And what we can say about PC3000 solution. Actually, you can see that there are a lot of different tools which can help you to get the evidence and get the data. While in this year, in 2020, we finally release our latest tool, our most up-to-date and all-in-one solution, which called PC3000 Portable 3. Actually, this tool is one of the most comprehensive and impressive tool produced by AceLab, because this tool allows you to work with the widest range of different storage devices. You can work with all type of hard disk drive, including SATA, PATA, USB, drives, and so on. You can work with SSD drives, which are based on SAS, which are based on M.2 PCI Express and SAS interface. You can work with RAID arrays, you can work with flash drives, micro SD cards, and SD cards. And of course, in future, our developers are going to add something interesting and new inside the Portable 3 software part. So it will be possible also to work with full-size PCI Express SSDs, which looks like a graphic card with a PCI Express X16 bus, and it will be possible to work with SAS drives, and we are going to speak about it a little bit later. As I said before, we released PC3000 Portable around 8 months ago, and during this time we already released 9 software updates. These software updates bring a lot of new interesting functions inside the PC3000 Portable system. These updates improve the internal stability and functionality of our tool, and of course our developers are going to add a lot of more interesting things inside the Portable tool, because as I said, right now it's the most up-to-date and the most impressive tool which our company is producing. And of course, in nearest future, we are going to announce some other very interesting features which will be integrated inside our new Portable 3 tool. And of course, all customers who already have PC3000 tool will get these software updates, these software improvements for free, because software update support is included inside the Portable 3 system when you buy it. So what we can say about Portable 3 tool? Actually, this tool is based on USB 3.0 interface, which allows to work on a very high speed. This tool contains 3 ports for drive connection, and actually you can work with 3 drives at the same time. This tool have integrated screen with internal operating system, which was developed by AceLab. This operating system is pretty simple, but anyway, it allows you to work with some basic cases without any host PC. So you don't need to use your laptop or computer. You just need a power supply unit and PC3000 Portable to diagnose, analyze, and copy data from logical or physically damaged drives. And again, what else we can say about Portable 3 system? Actually, as I said before, we can work with 3 drives at the same time. The maximal speed of imaging of data copy is around 500 megabytes per second. The maximal speed of data recovery from one port is around 360 megabytes per second. And also, Portable 3 system contains a hardware write protection button, which allows to block access to our drive and block any writing operation on our connected storage device, which might be very extremely important when we are working with forensic case. And of course, portable tree systems support the checksum calculation. So during the drive diagnostic, you can launch the checksum calculation, get the value of the hash sum and use it for the court, or probably to prove that no one changed the initial data on the target storage device. And also, what are the most interesting things inside the portable? Actually, if we compare the functionality of PC3000 Portable with our other tools, existing tools, like UDMA and Express, PC4000 Portable can offer 3 different modes, while UDMA and Express, they usually can offer you just one full feature mode. But in portable system, our engineers, our developers add 2 additional modes, which called a standalone mode, a special mode which doesn't require any laptop or computer, easy mode, which is perfect for beginners and for forensic specialists, and of course full feature mode, which is absolutely the same as the full feature mode in UDMA and Express. And with these 3 modes, you can get the widest range of recovery from physically and logically damaged drives. And of course, there are some other additional options which can help you to save additional time when you're working with portable tool, because even for those customers who already have Express and UDMA, portable might bring some interesting features, some interesting options which are not available on our previously released tool like UDMA and Express. What are these functions? First of all, of course, portable is a really portable device, because you can take it with you on the field, in the crime place, or probably you can move it between your working place, office, and your lab. You can connect it via the USB port, and it's pretty convenient. Also, as I said before, portable system contains an easy mode, which is perfect and might be very useful for beginners and for forensic, because our software contains a lot of options, it contains a lot of features, and of course for beginners and for those who are not familiar with the interface of PC4000, probably it's not very easy to find the target button to get the data, while the easy mode includes just a few options, just a few buttons, but anyway, it allows you to diagnose almost all storage devices and find out what's wrong with it. As I said before, full feature mode, the same as UDMA and Express, have also presented in portable systems. So with the help of full feature mode, you can recover the widest range of evidence, and you can get data even from seriously corrupted drives. And of course, portable tree system include a very convenient report system, because with the help of portable tool, you can generate reports while you diagnose the drive, while you get information about drive status. You can combine all this combination, or all this information, and print a very convenient report, which will include all information about your drive. What is the drive status, what is the drive condition, how many bad heads this drive contains, what is the status of access to user data, and so on, so on. So all these features are available. And of course, PC3000 Portable Tree is the only device which can work with logically and physically damaged NVMe PCI Express SSDs. I can say that M.2 NVMe drives become more and more popular, and if I remember, these drives are approximately in 10 times faster than a common SATA SSDs, and this format, this M.2 NVMe format, become more and more popular, because you can find such drives in a desktop computers, in a laptop, in some other devices, and of course we provide the solution for such physically and logically damaged drives. And finally, PC4000 Portable contains a very useful feature which is called USB host port, and this USB host port will allow you to work with all types of USB devices that you have, like custom and native hard disk drive like USB flash sticks, micro SD and SD cards, and so on. So sometimes, in some cases, it will be much more better to recover data via the USB host port than use a common USB connection to your computer. Because again, I'm going to tell about it a little bit later. With the help of USB port, we can, with a USB host port, we can recover data from seriously logically damaged USB storage devices. And now, so let's speak about the real-life cases. And actually, we have bring some real-life cases right now. And what we are going to discuss for today. First of all, we are going to speak about the brand new standalone mod, which doesn't require any computer. We are going to show you video demonstration that we recorded previously. And with the help of standalone mod, we can diagnose the drive. We can do a full drive imaging, and we can, of course, get a logged and detailed information about all actions that we did with this standalone mod. After that, I'm going to show you the easy mode, pretty convenient mod for which allows to diagnose the drive and recover data even from physically damaged drives where the internal heads inside the HDD are not in a good condition. And finally, in the end, I'm going to show you the high-end full feature mode, which is also very useful if we talk about the seriously physical corruptions inside the storage devices. And I will show you how to work with damaged USB flash drive via the USB host port, and I will show you in the end how we can recover data, how we can recover evidence from NVMe PCI Express SSDs. I think that approximately in the middle of our demonstration about the easy mode, we will do a 5 minutes break, and after that we will continue. So let's start with real life cases and let's see what do we have for today. And of course, the first mod that I'm going to speak about will be a standalone mod. A standalone mod is a pretty convenient mod which allows you to diagnose the drive, read drive ID, read the smart information, view sector information, perform some reading tests, and calculate the hash sum. And also, this mod allows you to do a drive copying features like data erasing to prepare drive for copying, like data imaging, data copy, and of course, data imaging with hash calculation. PC4000 Portable contains and support a few hash formats like MD5, SHA1, and SHA2, and different combination between them. And you can perform the hash sum calculation during the reading test and during the drive imaging. So right now, let me show you the video. Hope that this video will not be freezed, because actually I don't remember, did we try to show you this video via Zoom before or not to our customers? But let's try. Here is the PC4000 Portable standalone mod. In our example, we are going to work with Plexter SSD. We are going to diagnose it, and we are going to make a full image copy to a data SSD. So we have a Plexter like a source device and a data like a target device. So first of all, of course, we have to plug both drives to PC4000 Portable to port number 0 and port number 1. And after that, we can start to analyze the drive diagnostic, which is connected to port number 0. This is our Plexter SSD. And first of all, we have to read the ID to make sure the drive is detectable and not completely dead. And here we can see that during drive ID testing, we can read information about capacity, about model name, and about serial number of this drive. After that, we can see that drive is not dead, it's working. We can try to view the smart information. You know that actually all devices like storage, hard disk drive, like SSDs, they have a self-monitoring system. And inside these smart parameters, we can find some interesting options, like how much time this drive was in use, how many bed sectors this drive have, and some other information. All these features are displayed on the screen, so you can see them. You can see here that all values are green, which means that this drive is in a perfect condition. It doesn't have any problems. If one or more parameters will be not in a good condition, they will be highlighted like a yellow color or like a red color. But again, in our case, drive is in a perfect condition. And of course, we can try to view the hex sector information, the LBA information. You can see here that we can switch between LBAs, and this drive contains EFI partition, which means that probably this drive belongs to Windows 10. And also we can move along the LBAs. We can see the content which is located at this connected SSD drive, and we might be sure that drive also reading the data surface, which means that probably it doesn't have any serious corruption, or probably it's absolutely healthy. We can jump between LBAs from the 0 to max LBA and so on. So we can view information which is located on the drive. And finally, of course, we can perform a read test. A read test allows us to launch the hash sum calculation. And in our example, we are going to use MD5 hash calculation to calculate the hash sum. So we're starting the reading test, and approximately after several minutes, when the test will be over, we will see the MD5 hash calculation checksum. And later we can take this hash calculation sum from the log report and use it for the court, or probably to prove that we didn't change anything on this drive. And of course, for forensic purpose, for forensic cases, hash sum calculation is a very important thing. Okay, so we can see that our drive is in a good condition. So what we are going to do right now, we're going to do a copy from one drive to another drive. We can see that drive is not damaged, it's working. And now I will try to do a copying from port 0 to port 1 without the hash sum calculation. I'm just going to do an imaging from one source to another. And here you can see that we are doing a copy with a pretty high speed, because both drives that I am using are solid-state drives, and the maximal speed that you can reach will be around 500 megabytes per second. For example, here port 0 contains a Plextor drive, port number 1 contains 8 data drives, and we doing an imaging sector by sector copy from port 0 to port number 1. And of course, after just a few minutes, after just 3 minutes, or sorry, just around 8 minutes, 128 gigabyte drive become copy to L, and we can use both copies for analyzing and for evidence search. And the final thing that I am going to demonstrate is a data erasing. You know that sometimes we have to erase the data on the source device, because we would like to clean this drive, and we would like to prepare it for drive copying. Because if the target drive to where we're going to make a copy will be not clean, if it contains some information, this information might influence on the final result of evidence recovery. So we have to clean it. We have to erase all data before we'll start to make a copy of it. But in my example, I am going to show you what will happen if for some reason, by just some accident, by mistake, I choose a wrong port. And instead of a target port, I choose a source port with our evidence, and I will try to erase the data on it. and if a write protection button will be switched on, all writing operation will be blocked and it will be impossible to modify the internal structure of the drive. So you can see that we can't write information. A drive is write protected, so you must be at 100% sure that no one will change the initial data on your drive, which is pretty good because again, if we talk about very important forensic case, we must be sure that drive will stay in original stage and no one will change the internal information which is located inside this storage device. Okay, so this is about the standalone mode. Now let me continue with the easy mode. And of course, when we will finish to work with this standalone mode, it will be possible to load the log and read all information that we did in standalone mode, because all log information will be included inside the PC4000 easy mode. We can download the log, we can analyze it and see what did our engineer do with the drives when he worked in the field, which drive he can connect, what he did with data, did he erase it, or probably did he make a copy, and all this information will be visible for us. And of course, the easy mode, the best mode for beginners and for forensic specialists. This mode allows you to get a very fast password bypassing. If we talk about the different storage devices like vehicles, like special computers or digital video recorders, which contains a password protection on the hard disk drive. With the help of this mode, we can do a drive imaging, we can generate reports, which might be very useful for clients or for the courts if we're talking about forensic cases. And of course, we can do a very deep diagnostic of the drive using the one button solution. So we just press one button, and with the help of fast diagnostic, we can get full and detailed information about drive condition. With the help of our fast diagnostic, we can analyze the power consumption, we can analyze the PCB condition, we can try to read ID, view smart information, view the options about technological command, we can try to see information about password protection, we can try to get access to user data, and of course we can perform the head quality test. All these features will be available and will be performed automatically during the analysis. Also, with the help of easy mode, it's possible to image the drive which is connected to your portable system in your operating system. For example, if we are working with laptop and we want to see how the drive works in Windows operating system, instead of direct connection to our computer or to our laptop, we can connect this drive to portable system and emulate the mounting in operating system. So it might be also pretty useful when we are working with some cases. And of course, the default feature drive imaging will be also available in easy mode. In the end of drive diagnostic, it will be also possible to generate the convenient report about the drive condition. I already told about it before, but in a real life case, I will show you how we can do it. So let me show you the easy mode live demonstration. Actually, I have here my laptop, I have here the PC4000 portable system, and right now I'm going to launch the PC4000 easy mode shortcut. You can see that on the desktop I got two icons, two shortcuts, one for full feature mode and another one for easy mode. So we need the blue one for easy mode. Here I'm going to select the target drive that I'm going to work. It will be a WD Western Digital green 2 TB hard disk drive with SATA interface. And I'm going to select it and press OK button. Okay, and what now? You can see that interface is really simple. It doesn't have any complex buttons or probably some additional options. Everything is pretty simple. First of all, of course, we have to make a power supply on the drive that we are going to work with. This drive is, as I said before, Western Digital Green 2 terabyte drive, which is connected to port 0. And we're starting the power supply and waiting until the drive will not reach the ready state. And we got it. So what next should we do? Next, we can try to launch the automatical checkup. But before, I just want to show you where we can get information about the standalone mode, because you remember that with standalone mode, we did some operations, we did some actions. So if I will follow by settings and I will select device standalone mode log view, I will be able to see all actions that I did with my drive when I do a diagnostic. So all actions are protocoled here. They are recorded here, including MD5 hash sum calculation, including the model of drive that I'm going to work with, and some other things. So all information we can copy from here and use for our purpose. Now let's go back to easy mode. So we're starting the automatical checkup, and I'm starting the automatical checkup procedure. This procedure will take some time, so let's wait a bit. Our software will try to reconnect the power supply. It will try to do some PCB test, read drive ID, and will show us the complete status of this drive. So what we can see here? We can see here that unfortunately it's not possible to get access to user data because this drive is security locked. It means that someone put the password protection on this hard disk drive, and actually here we can see the message that this drive is security locked. If I will try to read some sectors, some LBAs, I will get a board error because this drive is security locked. Sometimes manufacturers who produce a digital video recorders or probably who produce hard disk drive for car navigation system, they can put the password protection on these drives. It will be impossible to get information without a password removing. So in this case, with the help of PC3000, we can try to remove the ATA password with a pretty convenient button, which is called unlock. So if we want to remove the password protection, we just need to press unlock button and it will be fine. So I'm starting the unlock button. Our software is going to switch the drive into technological mode. And after that, it becomes possible to do two options. First of all, we can just open HDD and jump over the password. Or we can try to completely remove this password. But of course, if we talk about the digital forensic case, it's very important to keep the original state of drive. It's prohibited to change the initial state of the drive. It's prohibited to remove the password protection, of course. That's why in our case, we're going just open it. We're not going to completely erase the password. And I am selecting the open HDD. And after that, when I will try to view sector one more time, I will be able to see the master boot sector, which includes some data here. Also, I can try to jump to boot sector and read it. So right now we get access to user data and we successfully jump over the password. If I will switch off and on power supply, of course, drive will be resetted and password will be restored. But right now I can work with user data. So let me try to launch automatical checkup one more time. I'm starting the automatical checkup, and this procedure will take some time. Our software will diagnose the PCB, the power consumption. It will check the smart information, and after that, it will try to switch the drive into technological mode. And here in Techno mode, while the drive is located in active utility in Techno mode, we can read a lot of interesting information. Like, for example, we can read here information about the ROM version, about the number of heads. We can read here some information about the physical head map, which is presented here. And of course, in the end of all this information, we can read information about user password, which was set at this drive. And again, this information is very important because this password might be used by criminal to protect his Google account, his computer, his hard disk drive, his mobile phone, and so on. So if we can see the information about password protection, we can use it to unlock other devices if they are locked with the same password. And right now our software is doing a head map building. What is that? Actually, you know that all hard disk drive have a very complex internal mechanical structure. It's based on the heads, on the platters, and heads read the platters. And it's very easy to damage this gentle internal mechanical structure. For example, with the power jumps or with the hits or with the other punches on the drive, there might be a problem with heads. So one of the first things that might be damaged in hard disk drive is a heads. And right now I'm going to diagnose the heads with the help of our easy mode utility and see what is the heads condition. For example, here, as I say before, this drive contains 6 heads. While the head number 0 is in a good condition, head number 2 also, head number 1 also in a good condition, but head number 2 contains some problems, and you can see the drive is stuck. As soon as it trying to read information by head number 2, we get a lot of errors. This head isn't completely dead, but it's reading the surface very slowly. We get a lot of bad sectors, we get a pretty low speed of reading, and so on, so on. So unfortunately, it's not possible to complete the test of head number 2. And most likely that in this case, the main reason of corruption was head number 2. That's why this drive is not working. But the rest of heads are in good condition, and of course we can read information about every single heads in the log later. So this is how we can check the drive. Of course, it's very important to remember that it's a very bad idea to start make a copy from the 0 LBA to max LBA, because if our drive is damaged, if our drive contains a damaged heads, we can kill the drive during the imaging procedure. That's why our copying process should be very smart. And I think that right now we will do a 5 minutes break, and after 5 minutes break we will continue, and of course I will show you how we can reach the data in this case while one of the heads are damaged, which is not working, and how we can get access to user data, to evidence, even on physically damaged drive. So thank you for your attention. We'll see you after 5 minutes.
나중에 Q&A를 이거 들고 있어야 될 것 같아요. 이거 들고 있으면 안 되지 않아요?
Dear Roman, thank you for sharing the detailed and informative speech to us. And then it will be of much help to many people, including the beginners. 상세하게 여러 유익한 그런 강의를 해주셔서 고맙고, 아마 그 초보자분들도 좀 어려운 거지만 따라 하시면 다 할 수 있을 정도로 친절하게 해주신 것 같습니다. 그러면 잠깐 쉬도록 하겠습니다. 잠깐 쉬시고 공지한 대로 좀 이따가 다시 5 minutes, 5분간 있다가 다시 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 잠깐 쉬겠습니다.